Country Forum today being brought to you by the Dana Law Group, Sunshine Cleaning and Restoration, Hospitality Wireless, Dan Good Flooring, Anytime Fitness, Choice Auto and Truck, and Holiday Cruises and Tours. Well, good finally Friday morning, 5 minutes past 9 o'clock, 66 degrees in our first half hour this morning. Talking to your hometown movie guys, Tina, Craig, and Andy with us in the studio this morning. And the Sawmill Theater is officially opened back up today. And we've got some great movies lined up. And as a matter of fact, I know last weekend you had kind of a limited opening and you had some classic stuff. And there's still some classics that are going to be playing we're going to talk about. But you got a brand new movie, Craig, called Emma. And what's this all about?
This is a Jane Austen book, based on a Jane Austen book, a period piece, kind of in the same light as Downton Abbey.
Right.
A little more of a comedy, though.
Oh, that sounds
It's
good.
rated PG. Yeah.
I know in the paper it says Jane Austen's beloved comedy about finding your equal and earning your happy ending is reimagined. It's rated PG, plays at 1:15, 4:15, and 7:15.
It was one that was getting ready to open up right when all this started, and we closed down. So we
Right.
got that one, and then we're starting that today.
Well, that sounds good. And this is, now you're still having to, you're still promoting social distancing and things like that in the theaters?
We've got everything really spaced out. We went from, we have about 630 seats in the theater, and we brought that down to 200.
Wow, spaced out more than a high schooler in the 1970s.
You got it, yeah.
Right.
Good one. Every other row is blocked off, so there's not gonna be anyone, 6 feet in front of you, 6 feet behind you. You're gonna have plenty of space in here. The other one too, I know some people are still, worried about this.
Mhm.
You wanna bring a little blanket or something in, you can do that.
There you go.
Just set it down and cover everything up, and you're all set. But you are not gonna see any crowded movie theaters. We've definitely spaced it out.
And it's only $5 to get in?
$5 all day.
All day. Social distancing measures in place, limited seating, 30% capacity. So you're showing some of these movies in more than one theater? Or?
No, we got just one theater per screen.
Well, you got a whole bunch of different stuff playing. Of course, Emma again plays at 1:15, 4:15, and 7:15. Also, another movie playing, I Still Believe. It's the true story of Christian music star Jeremy Camp's journey of love and loss. It's rated PG, plays at 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30. What do we know about this one?
Well, this is one that opened 4 days before we closed. So it opened on a Friday, so we were only able to play it for 4 days.
Oh, cool. We're getting back into the swing of things. Getting people back out to the theater again, checking out new movies.
This is another good one, a real, what we call a pacing film for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful. I saw it. I will see it again. It's wonderful.
Why is it wonderful?
Because it's a true story,
Mhm.
and it's a totally inspiring story. It's almost unbelievable. It's one of those that, were it not a true story, somebody might say, you could, they'd see a fiction script like this and say, no, that's not believable. But it really happened. I don't want to be a spoiler, but if you haven't seen it, it's beautiful. But, bring your hankies, bring your Kleenex. It's,
A little bit of a tearjerker?
yeah.
Wow, very interesting. Have you seen this one, Andy?
No, not yet.
Good.
But guess who's in it?
Who?
In a supporting way, Gary Sinise.
Yes,
Oh,
Gary
is that
Sinise
right?
and Shania Twain.
Oh,
Yes.
that's step on my line. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I wasn't here last week. I have to make up for lost time.
So,
And Shania Twain is spectacular.
Yes.
yeah, she's not hard to look
She
at.
is.
No.
And it'd be fun to see Lieutenant Dan in another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Anyway,
Gary Sinise as a human being is really a terrific person.
class
Yeah.
act, no
Yeah.
doubt, yeah. And now another movie that this movie really bites, but it's been very popular, and it's Jaws. Yeah, sorry, I had to do it. Steven Spielberg's thriller about sharks that terrorize a New England tourist town. Jaws made a big hit, and it plays at 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30. It'd be a fun one to go watch on the big screen.
Go catch it again, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta see that one, and that's got the great Robert Shaw in
Right.
it. I mean, he was the best.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yes.
Good stuff.
A spectacularly successful movie. Steven Spielberg really knows how to put a movie together.
Do we know how many gazillions of dollars they made off of that?
Yes, we do.
Oddly enough.
Oddly enough. Cost them $9 million to make it.
Wow, that's.
Well, it's 1975.
I was going to say, it goes back a few years, but
Yeah.
$9 million, that's nothing by today's standards.
Well, it was $9 million back in those days, and well, $9 million is a lot of money in those days.
Sure.
But
Don't get me wrong, if I had $9 million, I probably wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now.
Oh, sure you would.
Yeah.
You love it so much.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And you love us.
But they grossed $471 million.
Yeah.
Wow, talk about ROI, man.
Yep. And the immortal John Williams did the soundtrack.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's done so many
Dum
great
dum.
ones.
Dum,
Yeah.
dum.
Just when you thought it was time to go, or when it was safe to go back in the water again.
People wouldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
remember the phenomenon was that people really didn't want to go back in the
Well,
water.
I've seen
No,
it.
it's scary.
Yes,
A shark
it's
is going to
scary.
eat you.
Yeah.
I've seen a number of events where, they put a big projector screen out along a shoreline of
Yeah.
a lake or something like that, where people can float out in the, like their inner tubes and watch the
And
movie.
watch it?
I think that would be,
I would not
you know,
be doing that.
that'd be
no.
more unnerving than having the
And
in-laws
if you
stick
do
over
go see it,
unexpectedly.
and as with every movie, you should do this, is get there early, because you want to see the opening scene. The opening scene is really important.
And terrifying.
Yeah.
And bring a shark,
And
Billy.
speaking of things that bite, another great one, I guess a bit of a classic that, it was a big hit, also playing at the Sawmill Theaters that you can go to. It's rated PG-13, so, good for just about everybody, and that's Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs created from prehistoric DNA break loose in an island theme park. I remember this first one when it came out. I mean,
First
the special effects and everything were astounding,
This is
Yeah.
another Spielberg movie.
right?
Yes, and filmed on my cousin's ranch.
Really?
Yes, my cousins, the Morgans, have Kualoa Ranch on Oahu, and they have many films that are filmed there.
Mhm.
But that was it was kind of a big step. They were really starting to get into that venue of having movies made there, and it's just
Are
spectacular.
they still having dinosaur problems there?
They do have the log. You can go to the ranch, because it's a tourist attraction. I don't know if you can go now. Hawaii's closed down as tight as a gulag right now.
Yeah.
But they have the log over which the little dinosaurs jumped while they were the characters were hiding behind the log. But it keeps rotting because it's Hawaii, so they keep having to replace the log.
Hey, we need a new old log. Yeah. Anyway, Jurassic Park again playing at 1, 4, and 7. That was also a big moneymaker, was it not?
Yeah, it sure was.
In a word, yeah.
Yeah, and also, not only directed by Steven Spielberg again, but the theme for this was created by John Williams.
Yeah.
And John Williams, man, he did so many,
He's
Star Wars, there were so
right.
many different things that he did soundtracks for that he won awards for over the
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Really, really
He's a
talented
mega
composer.
talent.
Yep,
Yeah.
great cast too, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Easy for you to say.
Goldblum.
Isn't Sam Neill in there?
Sam Neill,
Oh, yeah.
one of my very faves.
Yeah.
Sam Neill, by the way, played in a TV series called Riley Ace of Spies. It's just one of the greatest series ever. And again, just like Jurassic Park, a true story.
Well, we're vying for obscurity here. He's also in Daybreakers, and he plays a vampire.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that is one of my, that's
Oh
one of
yeah,
my-
no,
my fave
I'm not
cult- yeah,
really into vampire movies,
Oh,
but Daybreakers
what?
is really terrific.
Geez, what, you only stick with zombies? You are boring.
Yeah,
Vampires are all,
Vampires
seriously.
suck.
Yeah.
They do,
Yeah.
but he's in that. He's good.
And Wayne Knight has a great role in this too.
Oh.
You remember him from Seinfeld.
Yes, yes indeed.
Good stuff.
And Laura Dern.
Laura Dern, great Laura
yes.
Dern.
Yeah. And we just saw Laura Dern. Laura Dern, this is a 1993 movie. Laura Dern just played in Little Women. She was the mom.
Yep,
And Little Women, if you haven't seen that, terrific movie.
yep.
Hey, there's also a couple of great ones if you got kids, but regardless of whether or not you have kids, both of these movies I think are just hilarious. The first is The Secret Life of Pets. The quiet life of a terrier named Max is upended when his owner takes in Duke, a stray whom Max instantly dislikes. Now, The Secret Life of Pets plays at 1:15, 4:15, and 7:15. I'm amazed at what they can do with some of this animation technology these days. I mean, it's you very quickly forget you're watching an animation. I mean, it's just very entertaining and great writing in these movies.
Oh yeah, no, this was a really good one, and this was just a few years ago. This came out,
Right.
and,
Yep.
it was a huge hit.
And right along with that, another one that was also a huge hit that didn't come out long ago. And I would go and see this again just because it's just got so many funny little one-liners
Can
in
we
it.
hold you to that?
You can hold me to anything. Didn't say where I'd be seeing it.
When, what time, we'll meet you there, we'll
We'll
strap
make-
you into the scene.
We'll make sure they take pictures. Despicable Me plays at 1, 4, and 7, a movie after my own heart. When a criminal mastermind uses a trio of orphan girls as pawns for a grand scheme, he finds their love is profoundly changing him for the better. Again, Despicable Me, rated PG, plays at 1, 4, and 7. And I got a big kick out of this. I mean, I've seen it, I think we have it on DVD at home. The grandkids especially really dig on this stuff. But I find those, I like to sit down and get some good belly laughs going. I mean, there's enough serious nonsense in the world. Give me something to laugh at. And I think they did a great job with how many of these Despicable Me things have they done now? 2 or 3?
Is it 4?
Oh, Andy said
Andy's
4,
saying
wow.
4. And then a couple spin-offs on Minions too.
Oh, right. Yeah, I find the artwork as well as the writing very entertaining.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. And what about for the bottom line?
Now go to the movies.
Yeah, have you ever heard of a guy named, I mean, everybody's heard of, we were talking about the director, Steven Spielberg.
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of Chris Renaud?
I can't even pronounce it, let alone know it.
Well, that's why we have Tina.
How do you spell it?
Renard.
I know.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
man, you got stuff dripping off the microphone now. So, and he's the one in charge of Despicable Me?
Well,
I mean, so to speak.
Uh,
I mean, nobody's actually in charge of
That's why you
Despicable
don't,
Me.
that's why you don't go to the movies, because you're despicable.
I thought you were married.
Well, that's the rumor, yeah.
Anyway, he's the director. And Despicable Me did $543 million.
Wow.
That's $500 million
Yeah.
in US currency.
What did they pay to make it? do you know?
69.
60, wow, that's a big return. Yeah.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, this is why movie making is so much fun.
It might be why they've made 4 of them now.
Yeah, and as luck would have it, can you do it again?
I know.
Also directed The Secret Life of Pets.
Ah, okay.
Oh, bonjour.
A
Zut.
$75 million budget.
Zut alors, le Frenchman is directing.
All right, what did they put in her coffee this morning?
I didn't have enough of it, that's the
oh, there you
problem.
Okay, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it. $876 million US.
For The Secret Life of Pets?
No,
No.
try to stay with us here.
I was
Catch
trying.
up.
Oh, I'm sorry, it is
Yes.
Secret Life of
Up.
Pets. Andy, stay
Come on,
with us.
stay with us, Andy.
Stay with us.
Yes.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, 2016, just a few years ago, and it was a cute little movie. I watched that one.
So,
Liked it.
some great movies to see at the Sawmill Theaters this weekend. You know, get the family together. You can get in for just $5 each. And see Emma, I Still Believe, Jaws, Jurassic Park, The Secret Life of Pets, or Despicable Me, all playing in the various theaters at the Sawmill Theater Complex. And of course, you can always find out what's playing and when it's playing by just going to sawmilltheaters.com or calling Craig 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, preferably in the middle of the night at 928-595-0876.
Right.
Call
You
me
blame it on
Greg.
Despicable Me. We'll be back with more on
Make an appointment, make, see the movie.
right after this.
Hi, I'm David Dangan Florent, and I would like to
Yeah,
tell you
we were joking out there. I think people just call to make an appointment and I'll just start it for you whenever you want.
Hey, we got a live one over here. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a little funky coming back for
Last weekend was just terrible.
At 810 North Beeline Highway.
Casablanca
Check out
and
our
Home
new
Alone,
Shaw
just-
luxury vinyl plank.
When we come back after these epic words from our sponsors, let's talk a little bit more about Emma and I Still Believe, just as far as how weird it had to be having a movie just hitting the screens and then all of a sudden all the theaters shut down and
Click.
I mean, and then I think I'd like to follow that up with just talking about all the good community outreach stuff you folks have done and how we all need to get back in there and
take
repay
pride
the
in helping families
labor.
in Payson prepare these vital documents.
And anything else you
Protect
want to
your
talk about?
family's future
Definitely
now.
more than 10
For
people a
initial
day.
consultation,
Yeah.
call the
Yeah.
Dana Law Group,
when you do,
228-445-4440.
community outreach,
That's
mention,
445-4440, or go
it's my
online
birthday,
to
coming up in a couple of
danalawgroup.com.
days, and I've got
Your
a
friends at Alliant Gas Pinnacle
on my
Propane are on call 24/7
Facebook
to
page.
handle both
I've got a
commercial
place
and
where you can,
residential needs. They've been
in honor
diligently
of my
serving the
birthday,
room country for
contribute
over
to Salvation
47
Army.
years.
Ah, there you go.
Gas
Okay.
Really,
Pinnacle
really good.
Propane is a company you can
Oh, really?
trust. Propane is safe, economical, and
26.
environmentally friendly. Alliant Gas
Even though I
Pinnacle
banned- even though
Propane
I
at
banned, I was able to-
474-2294.
Really?
Be safe. Call 811-5458.
You're
There we
the
go.
only person I know.
Welcome back to Room Country
Again.
Forum, 20 minutes past 9 o'clock, 67 degrees, talking with your hometown movie guys in our first half hour. Don't forget, coming up here in about 10 minutes in our second half hour, we'll be talking to Arizona State Senator Sylvia Allen, getting the latest information on her campaign.
Sylvia Allen's a good old good.
She is. And
Yeah.
I've had a chance to work with her quite a bit on this whole bridge thing down in Tonto Basin that was creating great bipartisan support until this COVID-19 thing messed that up. And that COVID-19 thing has messed up a lot of things, including causing our theaters all across the country and certainly right here in Rim Country to have to close down for a little while. And Craig, real quick, I wanted to talk again about the two new movies that you have playing. Emma, that Jane Austen's beloved comedy about finding your equal and earning your happy ending, and that all being reimagined. Again, it's rated PG, so good for the whole family. 115, 415, and 715. Now, you mentioned, Craig, that this movie was scheduled to come out just as this whole COVID-19 thing hit.
March 20th, yeah.
Yeah, and that had to be, it had to be weird for those film companies too, where, you're just getting ready for it to get out there in front of everyone, and all of a sudden all the theaters shut down.
Sure.
That's
Well,
gotta be-
It's, these effects we're gonna be feeling for a long time.
Mhm.
It also shut down production. There were movies that they had finished filming, they just needed to go through and do the editing and everything, and that all got shut down too.
Right.
So there's
gotta
been
be
a lot
rough.
of shuffling going around, movies been pushed back to 2021. Some have just been pushed back to later this year.
Right.
It's really July is when we're gonna start seeing, kind of something closer to normal.
Right, whatever normal is.
Mhm.
Also, that movie, I still believe, that had just hit the theaters when this whole
Yeah,
thing
we
hit.
played that for 4 days and
4 days.
and everything got shut down.
Yeah, and pretty good response during those first 4 days.
Oh,
anyway?
yeah, oh, sure, both these, I still believe in Emma, are both, what we call pacing films.
Right.
That people really enjoy PG movies,
Mhm.
kind of, Emma, kind of a comedy.
Right, kind of love a good comedy, and in this day and age, we need more to laugh
And
at.
it's a good comedy because it has good dialogue. It's not slapstick. It's
And they're not depending on blue humor and stuff
no,
like
it's
that,
and
which is
Jane
cheap
Austen
writing.
was a wonderful writer, and this is allegedly, and I'm going to see it today at 1:15. Come on, Payson. Come on, Rim Country. Come to the movies.
You bring up another point that I think can't be overstated enough, and that is that we've talked on this show on Fridays for quite some time about a lot of different community outreach that the Sawmill Theaters have done as far as raising money for different projects and different groups, and you had blood drives there, you've done all kinds of different things. This is a perfect time for the community to collectively come together and give back just a little bit by getting out to the Sawmill Theaters and watching one of these movies, helping them get back up and running again. I'm sure that, this had to have an effect on all of your employees and everything.
Oh, sure.
All of a sudden everyone's like, oh, don't come to work today.
Well, yeah, everywhere. This has been you said, I don't think we've really kind of wrapped our heads around just how bad this is gonna be. We're just starting to feel the effects of this, but, hopefully we can get something going here. I said, we've got the theater spaced out, we're doing everything we can to keep everyone, protected there. The other one too, if you are concerned, if you wanna come down to the theater, I'll give you a little tour.
Right.
Can I take you around? You can take a look at what we've done.
Maybe you can
and
get
how
them to
things-
help you disinfect in between movies and stuff. No, but you guys are really going above and beyond and making sure that everyone stays safe. And again, you've done so much for the community anyway. It just makes sense that people come back out and help support our local businesses because man, without your help,
and
you can't do it.
how painful is it to enjoy a movie on the big screen?
Right.
You can do that, enjoy it, get so much for yourself while supporting
Sure.
the theater. It's a win-win situation.
Makes perfect sense.
Like I said, it is kind of something we have to, there's a lot of space in the theater. I think when you think about a movie theater, you have that image of, everyone crowded in there and, people right around you, and it's not gonna be that way. It's just, it's completely spaced out, so you're not gonna have, have someone sitting in your lap.
I'm used to being completely spaced out, so it's no big deal to me. But you know what? Speaking of spaced out, Facebook has, you know, any of us that have spent much time on Facebook, you know that when people's birthdays come up, you get little reminders and stuff like that. And some people take it upon themselves, and I think it's a great idea to tell people, hey, if you want to do something special for my birthday, here's a great cause that you can donate to. And I saw on Facebook, Andy, that you've done such a thing because you have a birthday coming up this next week, and you're asking people to make a donation to what the
Salvation Army.
Oh, I thought it was like the Free the Zombies Foundation or something.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
But in the meantime, we'll stick with the
We just
Salvation
start
Army.
a 501c3 for that.
The Salvation Army does so much good work, and
Yeah.
boy, there's not another organization that I'm aware of where you can get more bang for the buck.
You know, and I have to say, again, just tooting my own horn for a second, having been around a lot of disasters, I don't know of any group out there that I've seen more effective than Salvation Army. And during the Kosovo War, back whenever that was, 2001, something like that, I helped manage a relief camp outside of Tirana, Albania. And I'd eventually, or occasionally, like to just get away from the camp, and I'd go into Tirana and, you know, catch some dinner or something. But in the camp, I could, Salvation Army, you know, they would feed me. I mean, it's you know, relief camp food, not something you know, want to fix at home necessarily, but they'd feed me, give me coffee and everything for free. And some other group with a large cross on it always wanted to charge me for it. So to me, the Salvation Army, you know, bought my admiration right then, and I think we need to return the favor to them.
Okay, well, Randy, and people out there in Radio Land, if you have, you're so moved, you can go to Andy McKinney on Facebook and make a donation to the Salvation Army. I appreciate that a lot.
There you go.
I did.
Yay, good for Tina.
26 minutes past the hour. To the phones we go. Hi, you're on Rim Country Forum. Sorry to make you wait.
I look forward to the movie Girls and Guys every week. Laugh and make me feel so good. And I'm a person that really loves the movies. And definitely want to see the theater supported and Salvation Army. And I do want to, I'll just request via Craig, when you have your classic movies and you're showing on the big screen, I was going to put a request in for some of the old Western classics like Dances with Wolves or Legends of the Fall, or, you know, some of the...
Sure. You know, we just did Legends of the Fall a couple months ago.
Yeah?
Didn't miss out, but you know what, Dances with Wolves is definitely one I would like to put up there.
I'd like to see that on the big
Yeah.
screen again. That's a great movie.
And it's a big
Incredible.
screen movie.
Boy, I guess, you know,
Shouldn't
when
see
you talk
that.
about classic movies, I guess it all depends on our age, because I thought she was going to start talking about some old spaghetti westerns or something. It's
Well,
like,
we
oh,
did
Dances with Wolves.
We
That
did
was,
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
oh yeah, those were some great movies. Good point, though. And,
Thank you
know,
for that. That's a great idea.
And thank you for the kind words about the movie guys here on KMOG. You obviously have impeccable taste.
We
The
love
movie
you.
guys love you right back.
We love you.
That's right. And so get out to the movies and check out some great stuff at the Sawmill Theaters. Again, you can always check out their schedule at sawmilltheaters.com or local number, call 595-0876. And again, all of the theaters back up and running again. $5 will get you in to see any one of them this weekend. They do have limited seating. They're just doing a 30% capacity in each one, so people can be a little more spaced out than usual, and respect your space as it pertains to the whole COVID-19. Every other row is blocked off, so it's a nice, safe environment. And you can check out Emma, I Still Believe, Jaws, Jurassic Park, The Secret Life of Pets, or Despicable Me. So set aside
And
some
if you
time
want-
right now to get out and check
If
it
you
out.
want to check out Andy and me in the flesh, the way that we look, which will be, I'm sure, different from how we sound. Is that good or bad? We're going
Your
to,
description is already starting to kind of scare me a
we're
little bit.
going to Emma at 1:15
Oh,
today.
okay.
We're going, yeah,
In the flesh.
in the flesh. We'll be there.
Also, you can
and
see them
we'll-
on video.
Yeah, and we'll shake hands with people. Anybody who wants a
Touch
hug.
elbows with people,
I
she's
will,
kidding.
I will give them a hug if they want a hug. I think hugging is a rebellious act.
So if you like to live out there on the edge,
Yes.
stop by for your free hug
Free
from Tina at
hugs.
1:30 today. What were you saying?
1:15.
1:15.
Yeah.
You're seeing Emma today
Yes.
at 1:15.
And let's keep in mind that the Movie Guys is the most popular radio show in Rim Country, bar none. And you can also see us live, not live, but you can see us on YouTube. Just punch in the Movie Guys and there we go.
Yep,
And don't forget to read my column in today's paper.
that's right, in the roundup.
The previous comments approved by Andy McKinney. 29 minutes past the hour. We have to take a quick break, get you caught up on today's Rim Country weather forecast. When we come back, we've shifted gears in a big way. Going to talk to Arizona Senator Sylvia Allen. Glad to have her back in the studio. We'll find out how her campaign is going and all that and more coming up after this.